about Bill Clinton in the View. I don't know how, disgusting can be those two words in the same sentence. Bill Clinton, well, those are six words. Bill Clinton in the View. 5 words. Those are 5 words which are really disgusting, but that's the thing that we have on the menu. That's the thing that we have on the menu right now because, Biden is starting to grant record 39 presidential pardons and commutes 1,500 sentences. This is only the beginning. We don't know what is going to be next. And Bill Clinton was on the View to say that he's open to discuss. This was shared by Christina NYC. Bill Clinton open to discuss with President Biden about a potential preemptive pardon for his wife, Hillary Clinton. Why? What has Hillary done? I don't know what has she done. I have no idea. Maybe she has ordered things to be done. Maybe she has ordered stuff to be done, but I don't think that Hillary has been involved in anything. And if she was involved in anything, she deleted that server and all those emails. So let's listen to the Bill himself.
Mr. President, Donald Trump will be returning to the White House, unburdened by the pressure of re-election, with sweeping immunity granted to him.
Well, not if Mitch McConnell keeps doing what he does best.
I believe by the Supreme Court, and alleged.
There is a sip. That moment, Bill is sipping his mug of coffee and saying, well, maybe he has brandy on that coffee. Let me drink a bit more of my brandy-ridden coffee so I can digest the reality that is coming on January 20th.
Enemies list we're hearing. Do you think it would be wise of President Biden to preemptively pardon any potential targets? What about your wife, Hillary Clinton?
Well, when we talk about potential targets, that seems like the Excel spreadsheet that Hillary gets every morning, let's say 7 o'clock in the morning. She's got the spreadsheet with the potential targets. As in, well, I'm not going to elaborate on that. I don't want to end on the let's say the pointy end of a Hillary special. You know those combos that you order on the dark web.
She apparently is on Kash Patel's list.
For what?
Yeah.
Well, they got a problem with her because first she didn't do anything wrong.
Of course.
Yeah, she hasn't done anything wrong. That is my question as well. Why is this sound so low? I don't know why is the sound so low.
Second, she followed the rules exactly as they were written. Mm-hmm. Third, Trump's State Department found. They remember how the emails were such a big issue in 2016?
Yes.
Trump's State Department found that Hillary sent and received exactly 0.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is nice. And that is also a nice bracelet. Does this have any kind of meaning? There's a bracelet with it seems like red, like a red stripes with blue. It's a strange bracelet. I don't know if you know what is the meaning of that bracelet. Let me know in the live chat so I can just say it out loud. But it's strange. That bracelet that Clinton is wearing is on
classified emails on her personal device. Mm-hmm. It was a made-up, phony story.
Yeah.
And why did you cross your arms as soon as you say that, Bill? I want to know why. What is going on with your body language when you say that and you cross your arms right after that? And as Peg B says, what's with his voice? Well, maybe, Bill has lived the happy life, has had all the all the pleasures that a man can aspire to, and then some, and maybe, well, his voice has taken a hit. I am not going to elaborate. I'm just going to talk about his body language. I'm not going to enter into the nitty-gritty details of what I've just said. No, I am not. But yes, he doesn't feel much confident about what he just said about Hillary and the emails. Maybe no emails came from her personal devices, but there must be a loophole on those words that maybe we are not attorneys, but an attorney can say, well, we can link Hillary to this and such crime, and maybe Biden can throw her a hand. But I don't think Biden or even Dr. Jill care a single pickle about anyone in the Democrat side. A single pickle about any of them.
So, I guess if Cash Patel is determined to make one up, he could do it. But
Okay, some of you are saying that it looks like a Taylor Swift best friend forever bracelet. Maybe he was to a Taylor Swift concert. I know that. I understand that Taylor Swift's main audience are young girls, so that fits. So maybe he was with Trudeau. Maybe he shared this best friend and bracelets with the young girls, and Justin Trudeau was also there, and maybe Biden was also there, trying to look for someone to sniff. But well, it's a good theory. It's a good theory.
if President Biden wanted to talk to me about that, I would talk to him about it. But I don't think I should be giving public advice on the pardon power. I think it's a very personal thing. But
No, well, you should not be given public advice on the pardon power, but you can give public advice in the not killing yourself power, because you have second-hand experience with that.
it is, I hope he won't do that.
Yeah.
Trump, most of us get out of this world ahead of where we'd get.
It's something that I, as a content creator and creating these shows, is something that I, with experience that one gains from one show every day and speaking and trying to entertain a lovely audience like all of you, my lovely body language bodies, a Jesus nation that we call ourselves right now. I think that with every single day, I gain a bit more fluency. My train of thought is more polished. I can have less filler words, less pauses, and I don't understand how somebody who has been a politician virtually all his life has this all these powers and all this experience with speeches. Even if he is reading those speeches, he has to write a lot, he has to read a lot. How can he have more fluency in these matters? I mean, he's talking about his wife, and his wife did nothing wrong, right? Right? He's saying that. Oh, I hope that Biden doesn't issue any preemptive pardon to Hillary because Hillary did nothing wrong. That is nice, but you expect him to be a bit more fluent with this. Even the ladies at the View are more fluent with this. Well, Sonny Hostin is too fluent sometimes, and that's why she has to read those legal notices every now and then.
If all we got was simple justice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so it's normally a fool's errand to spend a lot of time trying to get even.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, but Trump has already said that he's not going for retribution. This is not about retribution. What he wants is to fix the country, do the right thing. He's not going on a witch hunt. He wants to declassify stuff as long, of course, it doesn't interfere in any national security issues. That is important. But in general, he is not out for the witch hunt that everybody thinks that he is for. And I'm sure that after January 20th, I cannot assure, of course, I don't control Donald Trump. I don't know what is going through his head. But after all that we have seen, after all his nominated cabinet has expressed, and all the people close to him has expressed, I think that they are for real. For real, they want to fix the United States, fixing the United States' relationship with the rest of the world, and fix all the crazy things that are happening on the Middle East and the rest of the world as well. He already invited China's leader. Let's call him leader to his inauguration. So let's see how this goes. So these people are trying to put this narrative that Trump is out for retribution, that heads are going to roll. And I understand that brings clicks, but that is misleading because at no point he has said that. And that's why since day one, even Trump himself has reached out to people on Truth Social, his social media platform, to even Kamala was short on change on this campaign. It was $20 million short. So maybe you can keep donating to help her with that, because unity is what we should be looking for. Unity is what we should be looking for. Keeping an eye on what is going on X Pro is important. And last words from Bill.
But if he pardons them, that sort of implies that they did something wrong, which they didn't.
Yeah, that's the thing. You pardon somebody, and there's like this shadow of doubt. Why Biden decided to preemptively pardon somebody? And in that regard, maybe Biden doesn't need to pardon Hillary at all. Maybe he's not thinking about that. But if a preemptive pardon, a blanket pardon for somebody for anything that they might have done is issued, then that will cast a shadow of doubt over their credibility, their reputation, and everything. So maybe Biden could do it just to F up with Hillary and Bill. That would be fun to watch. That would be absolutely fun to watch.